Balmerino Abbey, and I've done absolutely no prior research, so thankfully the National Trust has left me this information board, which I will read to you in lieu of me actually doing any research. So here we go. In the autumn of 1229, a band of 12 Cistercian monks, led by Abbot Allen, arrived here on foot from Melrose. The brothers' newly built home, with its dormitory, refectory, and church, was perfectly designed for communal living. They ate, slept, and worshipped together, sharing everything, owning nothing. But Balmerino's Scottish location made it difficult to stay in touch with the continental branch of the order and with Cistercian ideals. By the 16th century, the monks kept their own personal cash, clothes, and food, and even had their own individual gardens. In 1559, the abbey was overthrown by Protestant reformers and the community dispersed. Parts of the abbey still survive today because of their conversion into a private residence in about 1600. The abbey later became a home for James Elphinstone, First Lord Balmerino. There we go. Hopefully that was suitably dramatic enough. Let's go and explore it now and see if it lives up to its reputation. And that there is the grave of Abbot Allen. Well, it's not, but you know.
It's not grand enough.
Ooh, walnut. It's not that manky dead looking tree in the,
Oh, no.
in the front there, is it? So is this the real Abbot Allen's grave?
No.
Nice big sort of vaulted chamber there. You can actually see where there's some modern brickwork about there, probably just to stabilize the building. We've got to kind of keep it preserved as it is. Lovely foliage growing over everywhere. It's like a lovely little lost world in there. Sadly, you can't go in. We've got these palisades in the way. You never get to do the fun stuff, unfortunately, but here we go. Oh, these weren't here last time, these weird metal braces. So I'm guessing that must be a really weak part of the building that they've put that in there. Now for my usual attempt to open a door, which is almost certainly locked. Yep. And this is the best view of the building. You've got these lovely arches. You can still see all the stonework and masonry. Again, some scaffolding to try and keep the thing from completely collapsing. And I think that is why they're discouraging you from going up those stairs. Because if you go up onto the top of that roof, you're on really shaky, weak ground. But that would really be the bit you want to get into if you were allowed, is just explore around all those old pillars. That's the bit that's the most like what an old medieval abbey would have been like, and it's a pity we can't get in. We found an open door into a secret crypt. Could this be the final resting place of Abbot Allen? Could this be the tomb in which he has been finally buried?
After you.
Is the location of Abbot Allen a real mystery or something we're bigging up just for the sake of this video? That's for you to decide. There's actually a proper door around there. Yeah, you can go around the other side, you'll be all right. I don't actually know what this was used for. Like I said, I didn't do any proper research. This is just on spec. But if I were Abbot Allen and I were looking to have a nice place to spend the rest of eternity, I think this would be okay.
Yeah.
Oh. Do you fancy going down there? Through that gap?
Absolutely not.
No. Shall I climb in?
No. Andrew.
Now, tradition dictates that Spanish chestnut behind me there dates all the way back to Queen Ermengarde and the foundation of the abbey in 1229. although they've taken core borings and found that it's actually only about 400 to 435 years old. Nevertheless, it looks really old and gnarly. It has the appearance of an ancient old tree, so I can see maybe why people coming by thought, oh, it must have dated way back then. But it is actually, relatively speaking, a youngster. This is an interesting view of the Spanish chestnut. A very gnarly old tree, but I think it would just probably collapse under its own weight at this point. So they stuck these giant metal poles to hold it all up, which kind of uglifies it a little bit, but I suppose it's better than allowing it just to collapse, especially seeing as I'm standing under it right now. And on this side of the Spanish chestnut, it's actually, if you look there, it's like it's wrapped itself around some stone. I don't know if they stuck the stone in there to strengthen up the tree or whether it just grew around a bit of stone and lifted it up as it grew out. But that's funky, So that concludes the wee explore around Balmerino Abbey. I thought it was really nice. It's a really lovely evening, sunny. I've nicked Shemaine's sunglasses because I'll have a scowly face while I'm trying to talk. But I suppose the usual, we have to recommend it at the end. So I'm going to go for a silver because it is a lovely historical place, very peaceful, very calm. You can't really go into it, so you can't get a true sense of what it's like inside. And it's not a big place, so you just get around it fairly quickly. But it is very pretty for what it is. So I think silver, about that. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm the same. I think if you could go in, it would definitely be a gold for me. It's absolutely stunning. The architecture here is just classic and beautiful. And somebody's just told us that it's the perfect wedding venue. And I think, honestly, yes, it is absolutely stunning with all the foliage and almost like a broken down but beautiful feel to it. And the views driving in were just something else. It is definitely a silver, in my opinion.
It'd get a gold if we could get up those stairs. But alas, the
No.
palisade of doom has
Yes.
prevented us this time. Don't you be hopping it either.
No. All right.
That'll do.
Yeah.
So this is the famous Spanish chestnut in Albuquerque. So behind me here is a famous Spanish chestnut now. I believe this was attributed to a Spanish Queen Ermengarde. No, that's total shite. That is complete shite. Right, we're on now. Anyway, let's just stand on this side. You might be able to see
I feel
something.
so lonely.
I know, should I? We'll have to do a test one. Can we? Are we both?
Yeah, test. You stand there, you'll block the sun from me.